This one's a little gloomier, but understandable. And Disney. Disney has been, going through a lot of turmoil lately. Okay, whether it's the Victoria Alonso case, now that what happened with Jonathan Majors. And by the way, since I didn't cover the Majors story the other day, which by the way I knew was going to be big, okay, I'm going to be doing that for the roundup. So, and I did a whole 3 hour space. Excuse me. I did a 3 hour space about the whole Jonathan Majors. So if you want to go to my Twitter and look at that, you'll be able to see that. Um, and so uh, there was over 70 people in there, and we all were putting some really good comments in there. Anyways, so Disney is going. Yesterday, they said they were going to lay off 7,000 people. Today, according to Variety, they were going to shut down the Metaverse unit as part of its first wave layoffs. As part of a company-wide cost-cutting effort, Disney has axed its cross-divisional next-generation storytelling and consumer experiences group, which encompassed the Mouse House's Metaverse's ambitions. Bear with me here. The elimination of Disney's next generation storytelling and consumer experiences group, led by company veteran Mike White, affects about 50 employees, Variety confirmed, which doesn't sound like a lot, but it is 50 people losing their jobs. The news was first reported by the WSJ, the Wall Street Journal, and a Disney rep declined to comment. The shutdown of the Disney Metaverse group came Monday with the first wave of the company's move to slash 7,000 jobs under interim CEO Bob Iger, which is part of the attempt to reduce $5.5 billion in costs. Following this week's layoff, there will be a larger second round wave of cuts next month. Iger told employees in a memo Monday, so a final round of layoffs will hit, quote, before the beginning of the summer, end quote, according to Iger. So we're talking probably June. This is probably about 5 or 6 weeks. In early of 2022, then CEO Bob Chapek appointed White to a new role coordinating the company's Metaverse's efforts. As senior VP of the division, White, who had worked with Disney for more than a decade, was tasked with developing company initiatives that combine, quote, physical and digital worlds, end quote. Chapek wrote in a memo to staff at the time. Disney had also hired Mark Bosson, a top Apple gamer executive, a senior creative lead for the next generation storytelling and consumer experience team. Under Chapek, who was abruptly fired in November of 2022 by Disney's board and replaced by the former CEO Iger, the company has been developing a cross-divisional membership program that was envisioned as bringing perks and exclusive offers from theme parks, cruises, Disney Plus, retail outlet, and other touchpoints. Disney has also scrapped that project under Iger's restructuring. White is expected to remain at Disney, but the status of the other members of the company's Metaverse unit is unclear. In addition to serving as Senior Vice President of Next Generation Storytelling and Consumer Experiences, White has also been in charge of Disney's consumer digital products, overseeing the technological strategy, engineering, and product teams charged with developing digital experiences across brands, including ABC, ABC News, Disney, ESPN, Fox, Marvel, National Geographic, and Star Wars. After joining Disney in 2011, White previously led technology organization at Disney Parks Experiences and Products, Disney Consumer Products and Interactive Media, and Disney Interactive. So let's talk about this. Couple things. Number one, 50 people, okay, are losing their jobs. Number two, it's tough to see that Disney does need some restructuring. I mean, that's a fact. So that new Disney racing game looks pretty fun. I didn't even know they were coming out with a racing game, so that will be interesting to see. Um, did you see that? Uh, did you see that new Carl's Dates short? Yeah, I did see that. I did see that. So he's the one from what Coco was talking about. He's from the one from Up. So that will be a fascinating thing to see in the future. Um, but they are going. Iger just has to slash and burn at this point, and that's what it comes down to. He has to slash and burn. He's looking to save $5.5 billion, and they came out. They did the right thing, and they were trying to get rid of. They're trying to get as much money free as they can. Okay, because there was too much content, and it with content go in the theme parks and everything else. They have a lot of money to like, you know, get back. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. I'll be curious to see what happens with some of these Disney Plus shows. I know we're getting Loki season 2, but some of these other ones that have not been developed yet, I'll be curious to see if and when they decide to cut those, because it's slash and burn at this point. And I think the other thing too is when you have a lot of these Marvel shows and these Star Wars shows, okay, um, people just enough's enough. So it will be interesting to see um, what happens and how it happens. Um, and you know, they've got to now. You know, he said in the piece, okay, it by the beginning of the summer. So if we're going to go by that quote by Iger, okay, before the beginning of the summer, we're talking about June, first week of June, maybe the middle of June. So, and by the way, and this is to be not understated at all. In that piece, all if you scroll all the way down to the bottom, there is 2.5 to 3 full pages of all of the layoffs in the tech industry. I mean, whether it's Facebook, whether it's Amazon, whether it's Disney, whether it's FX, whatever it is, there are layoffs going on around the tech industry. So it will be interesting to see what happens. I think that, I mean, we're going to hear more about it too. And so those people that lost their jobs, they're going to be able to go get a job anywhere they want. So, they'll look, maybe they'll take some time off, they'll look, but when they see Disney on the resume, they worked, assuming they've got good references, they'll be able to get any job they want in very quickly too. Not just, it won't take them that much time. That's what I'm getting at. It will not take them that much time to get another job. So I don't feel too bad for them. But yeah, so Disney's going through some stuff right now, to say the least. To say the least. And we'll see what happens. I think Iger is definitely going to have to tiptoe around this whole thing. Because, and we'll talk about it later on this week on the roundup, but this whole Jonathan Majors thing throws a monkey wrench into everything. And so, anyways, that's all I have for today.